pitch me your film. I am Joanne Butcher. I'm a business coach for filmmakers, and I work with filmmakers to develop the funding strategies that they need to get their films funded, produced, and distributed globally. For filmmakers, for artists in general, talking about business is not necessarily the easiest thing. And it's usually not because they have something kind of lacking in their brains, which is often what they actually think. It's because they have no training. And so you need training to actually be able to pitch your film to investors, to donors, to be able to write grants that are successful. And filmmakers, for some reason, expect that they're supposed to have all these skills without any kind of training. And it really doesn't make any sense. And so if you go to all the different places that I have resources for you, you're going to be able to learn these skills and actually master the art of fundraising. This is what you're going to need if you're going to be a successful filmmaker. Even some of the absolute top filmmakers have to raise money for their films. Christopher Nolan has to raise money for his films. Ava DuVernay has to raise money to make her films. So this is a skill that you're going to need to acquire and then grow and grow and grow that skill over the years as you make more films. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the art of pitching. I believe that pitching is the most important skill for a 21st century producer to have. If you can talk about money and business and distribution and sales and revenue generation, you are ready to talk to an investor. Are you ready with all those skills? If you can do those things, you will be able to raise money. Investors will trust you. They will realize that you are handling the business in the absolute best way that you possibly can, and they will be interested in financing your film. Without that, though, they won't. And the problem is that filmmakers tend to talk about their story. And when the investor says, well, what about the audience? When are you going to raise money? How are you going to finance this film? How are you going to make money on this film? The filmmaker doesn't really have anything to say. They tend to just say their story again. And that's because filmmakers are dying to tell their stories, desperate to tell their stories. That's the whole point, right? They want to tell stories, but the investor doesn't want to hear about the story of the film. They want to hear the story of the business. And so actually, filmmakers can do very well at this. It's still a story. It's still storytelling. And I don't mean that to suggest that it's something that's not true. What I mean is that in order to talk about your business, you're also telling a story. It's just that the components are business elements. Who are the names? Who are the celebrities that you have in your film? When is it going into production? When will it be completed with production? How are you going to get it into distribution? How are you going to market it? How are you going to build an audience? How are you going to get people to watch your film? These are all the business elements that you need to be able to tell in the story of your business, of your film. So if you want to go to my YouTube channel, you will find a lot of interviews with filmmakers who've already been down this road, and you can learn a lot from their stories. You can join me on Clubhouse every week. And so I have so many free resources that you can uplevel your film business skills. I have a book. That's my book, Getting Your Film Funded, Produced, and Distributed Globally, that you can read. It goes through the 7 types of fundraising that I teach. There are many, many, many ways that you can learn the skills that you need. And I am offering those resources in many places, all for free. And I want you to learn. I want you to be successful. I want you to get your films made. And then if you want to work with me, then we can talk about a coaching program that I have, a couple of different programs that I have, where you can work with me. You can start anytime. we can just book a call for you to have a filmmaker success breakthrough session with me, and we can discuss your project and find out if you really are ready to implement getting your film made. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes the willingness to learn all kinds of things that you've never known about before, all about money and business and strategy and fundraising and all these things. And those are the skills that will turn you into a successful filmmaker. I assume your film is excellent. If it's not, what are we doing? There has to be an excellent project behind all of this. But once that's done, and that's a given, then it's time to turn our attention to business. So I would love to meet you. I would love to talk to you. Please take advantage of all the resources that I have to offer.